You've waited for this moment, a message, a call, even a sign that maybe, just maybe, things could be different. But the second it happens, this new fear creeps in. What if I mess this up? Or what if it's too soon? Or maybe it's too late. Rebuilding after estrangement is sacred ground, and it requires a different kind of strength, one that is rooted in healing and hope. And so today I want to share with you 4 points on this, because this is something that many of you are not even considering as an option. You've given up hope. And I want to encourage you, and I want to give you these tips, especially for those of you that are in that season right now where you've gotten that call, you've gotten that text, and you are navigating these first couple interactions with your kids again. So let's dive in. Number 1 is don't rush the reunion. I know you may think, but why not? My gosh, they reached out to me. I need to jump on this. We need to let trust grow, and trust grows in layers, right? For you and for them. It's tempting to pour out everything that you've been holding in. You want to explain, you want to apologize, you want to catch up on lost time, but your child may not be emotionally ready for that. Maybe not that depth. Maybe just not quite yet. But the relationship needs re-regulating, not rehashing. Some of you are going to rehash some of these things over time, and some of you aren't. And you're going to be amazed at how you might just be okay with that. When you see growth, when you see change, when they see growth, when they see change, honestly, nothing else matters. So I want you to think of it like planting a garden. If you just dump too much water on the roots, they drown. So if trust is rebuilt in layers, texts that don't expect replies, note the word expect, right? We don't always have to get that immediate reply. You're having conversations that don't push. You're having moments that prove, you know what, I'm here. I've done the work. I've changed my part. Maybe sending them messages that ask about them and not the relationship. I want you to show presence, not pressure. Showing presence, not pressure. Number 2 is reflection. This is a big one, and I want you to honestly answer this for yourself. Have you been healing during this time, or are you just waiting? Because rebuilding is only going to work if you're showing up as someone new. Not to say this is all your fault, not to say you have to revamp everything about yourself, but we all have different details of the relationship that could change. We want to show up as someone new, not the same mom that they pulled away from. I want you to ask yourself, have I done the inner work to really break my own patterns? Maybe it was control, maybe it was codependency, maybe it was anxiety or reactiveness, all of these things. Have I improved my communication skills? Have I let go of guilt and desperation so that I can respond and not react? Have I built a life that I feel good about outside of them? Because here's the truth. If the old you returns to the new conversation, it often pushes them away again. Because if they think, oh, she hasn't changed a bit. She never heard me. She never paid attention to what I was trying to say. For some of you, that's it, right? And if that old you, the old patterns or the old pain returns to this new relationship, this new conversation, it could push them away again. And so this is exactly why and what that I walk through inside my coaching programs. You don't want to walk on eggshells forever. You need to stand on solid ground. If you're ready to rebuild from a place of peace, not panic, not victimhood, right? I would love to be able to help guide you through that, whether it be one-on-one coaching or group coaching. And so if you're interested in learning more about those, there's a discovery call that you can sign up for. It's not a coaching call, it's a consultation, but it's going to help prepare your heart. The work will help you prepare your heart and your mindset for what's ahead. We have to prepare for this. So if that's you, click on the link in the show notes. Number 3 is small moments. You know what? Small moments matter more than the big apology. And many moms think that reconnection is going to require one big deep talk to fix it all. But I truly believe, and I've seen it over and over and over, adult children are often afraid of that intensity just like you are. Rebuilding is much more about the proof, the changed behavior, the better communication. That's going to stand tall. That is more important than just promises that things are going to change. They need to see change. You need to see change, right? Whatever the issues were that you had, one or both of you is going to need to see some change. So consistency, staying calm, being curious about them, showing that you can be in their life without trying to fix or control or guilt them. If that was something you were dealing with, not everyone is dealing with that, but a lot of you are. Because they're going to notice your tone, they're going to notice your body language, your timing, your restraint. That is what earns you a second chance with some of these kids. And I want you to focus on connection, not correction. We don't need to correct what's going on in their world. We want to ask about their world, and without needing to explain yours. That first connection is going to be more about them, and that's okay. And number 4 is adjusting your expectations. You don't want to self-sabotage yourself. And this may not be a full reunion, but it could start with a single birthday text or a holiday text or a coffee that may never lead to a second one for a while. It doesn't mean it's not progress. And I have a lot of clients right now that have had some touch points in the last several months, but then they're hearing nothing, crickets. And the danger is in having these unspoken expectations. You want them to show up like nothing happened or to act like the child you remember, but they've changed, you've changed, and this relationship needs room to evolve and to shift and to change. So if we lower our expectations and expect it to be slow, celebrate the wins, and trust God with the rest. There is no better recipe because we can't control another person. So let go of what you can't control yourself, work on yourself, prepare for that invitation, that phone call that you will receive at some point. I truly believe that. I know not all of you believe that, but I do. And so I just want to encourage you today. And I hope that helped. I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.